Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, knock, knock, knock. What does the universe have in store for you this week? All right, let's see, Sagittarius. Okay. Well, now I hope you all are doing so well. I am finally feeling a lot better after my little well, it wasn't very little. It was kind of a big brush with COVID. Thankfully, nothing too serious, but it was quite miserable. So, if I sound a little bit congested, you know why. Okay, let's see here. There's some really different formations. Okay, so I want to start up here. And when this formation is on its side this way, it looks just like an anvil to me. Okay, and if you are if you are probably my age or younger, you might not know what an anvil really even is. I think the only time I've seen them myself, well, I don't know. Maybe I've seen one in real life. But my frame of reference really comes from the Looney Tunes. And so this is a big piece of metal. And this is used usually like by a blacksmith, a metal worker, maybe in welding, possibly. And it's used to put hot metal on the anvil, and then they pound on it with like a hammer or whatever they use, a mallet or something. But in the Looney Tunes, it's used as a weapon. It's something that is being dropped on people's heads and this kind of thing. So I immediately think that something has happened that kind of really has just hit you. Okay, this is hit you like a ton of bricks, I guess, or like an anvil, right? And so I wonder if this is, okay, so let's look at this card really quick. I have the Ace of Swords. This is from the Thoth deck, okay? And this for me in this with this anvil, 100% makes me think that there has been a real swift arrival of clarity. Just kind of all of the illusionary or kind of, things that we tell ourselves to kind of just manage through something, the things that we ignore, we just kind of omit from our conscious thinking. All of that stuff kind of just dissolves, right? When you have this powerful mental clarity coming together, this divinely inspired understanding. Okay, so I feel that some real honest truth or clarity. I don't like the word truth because it is very subjective to, the perspective, and there can be very many perspectives involved. But in this case, we'll say some truth has hit you. Your perception of truth, okay? And so I think that this has been a little bit of a blow, but I think it's also been very empowering. I think that this didn't knock you down all the way. You know, maybe down to your knees a little bit, but you got right back up. And I think that you have kind of a real fiery confidence that has come along with whatever this thing has been. And I think that I was looking here and I was looking at this beautiful symbol, formation of some kind of, it looks like an angelic being kind of holding maybe a pot, some kind of offering. But where this is located, it's going down from the emotional, lower emotional psychic area here, all the way up into this metaphysical kind of zone of messages from the divine protection, divine inspiration, these kinds of things. So I think that this really, in my mind, has to do with your emotional health. But I also think that this maybe has to do with, I feel like you've had some kind of scare. Okay. I don't know if this was maybe a health scare. Maybe there was a minor accident that happened, but I think that your angel has really been looking out for you. I think also, you know, because whatever's gone on, there's been a lot of kind of praying and feeling connected with your spiritual side and divine. And it's been in a bit of a moment of crisis. Okay, so I feel like this has to be, you know, something like a car accident or some kind of sickness that came up pretty quickly, or maybe you're getting some kind of testing done, something like this. Okay. Now I think that this is not exactly this anvil. I don't think the actual thing happening is the anvil, but I get this feeling, and I'm looking at, and this is in some way kind of related to the last reading. And if you didn't see the last reading, it had a lot to do with this kind of feeling of being forgotten, that you are often a caretaker to others, but you don't receive a lot of consideration and, you know, people asking how you're doing or making sure you're okay or going out of their way to help you. And so I think it really carries over into this reading for me, that I think that you have had something go on where people should have been checking in on you. People should have been showing up to, you know, lend a helping hand, making sure that you are all right. Everything is straight. Okay. And I really feel like they didn't, not how they should have. Okay. And so I'm looking at this formation and I see a person kind of digging. Okay. And I feel like you have reached your point. I'm not going to say the breaking point, but kind of the breaking point, right? You've reached the point where you are done with this. Their lack of concern was that anvil. Okay, that was that thing that really hit you and kind of smacked you across the face and said, wake up. These people are selfish. They're not here to, you know, be of service to your friendship, to your relationship. They are maybe narcissistic, just, not caring people that do not honor you as a being, okay? Let alone as a friend or a loved one or a significant other. So I really feel like you're ready to cut ties and bury some old relationships, okay? I think that this is maybe a silly thing, but I've read this a lot, and I'm in these mom groups because I have a toddler. So I have, different mom forums that I go into and, look for advice, like different products to use and how do I deal with this, and, just generally how people are feeling, because, being a caretaker, being a parent, being, let's just face it, in this day and age, just being a human can be very lonely. So anyways, I have seen a lot of people say things like, when I was sick or when this or that happened to me, more people on the internet, on Facebook, on, wherever, Instagram, wherever they post, more people on there who they barely know, they might feel like they're friends, but internet people, those people checked in with them more than their own family members, their own, friends that they know in real life, okay? And I feel like this is almost kind of similar to your situation. Okay. And I feel like you're just at a point where you have given your last ounce of energy, going out of your way, being, thoughtful, concerned, showing up. And let me just say, I do tell my daughter often, and I do believe this to the, bottom of my heart. This is really something I believe in life, is that we must go out of our way to treat people better than they treat us. Okay? Because a lot of people are hurting, and we never know why, and we may never know why. And some people are just raised poorly. Some people's circumstances have hardened them. And some people just never learn to not be inconsiderate. Okay, I get that. And I try to remember and honor those things, and to try to be better to people than people are better to me. Within reason, though, right? And this is another thing that I'm teaching my daughter. We don't let people walk all over us, okay? We don't let people chronically hurt our feelings. We don't let people devalue us, okay? And we don't, this is a big one for me, we do not let people waste our time. That's all we have. It's all we have. So we do not let people waste our time, okay? And I think that you, oh my goodness, Sagittarius, you have gotten to that point. And I hear you, I feel you, and honestly, I hold you in high love and regard in any of the choices that you're going to make about cutting people off. I just, and it doesn't have to be forever, and it doesn't have to be brutal. It doesn't have to be a big conflict or, a big confrontation. Okay? But I do think that it's okay for you to step back from being there for others who are not there for you. Okay? And I'm really going to, I'm gonna, if you need somebody to be there for you, you can, email me. You can comment on these videos. I have a Facebook page. I don't check it all the time. I'm going to be honest. I'm like really trying to step back from social media as much as I can, just because, oh, I internalize all of the feelings. I am not good at at knowing exactly what people's tones are when they're when they're texting or commenting. So like I get my feelings hurt here and there. I'm not gonna lie. So I step back from social media fairly often, but I do look at my stuff. So I just want to let you know somebody does care about you. And if you need somebody to check in with, you check in with me. And I will do my very best to get back to you as soon as I see it, okay? And let's see. Let's see. There has to be some better news than this. But you know what? Actually, I take that back. As I'm saying it, this is the great news. To me, this is wonderful news that you are standing up for yourself. You are, getting into a phase of just not abiding that kind of behavior anymore. You're setting boundaries, right? You're creating room in your existence for people to attract people who are on the same frequency as you. They have the same energy as you. And I think that's a good thing because it's so hard. It's so hard to meet anybody that is going to, kind of, when you have grown, when you have evolved as a being, when you have decided what you want for yourself, if your life is populated with people from the old times, from the old you, from, when you were willing to let things slide and for people to not treat you how you want to be treated, there's not a lot of room for new people to come in. Okay, so I think, making that room, having that time, having the energy, the renewed energy. And let me just also say that when I was using the example of more people on the internet check with you than people in your real life. Well, when you are looking for new people to be in your life, it is okay to go on the internet and find, local groups, maybe, local meetups, different kinds of activities, or even just having your friends groups online. That's for me, honestly, and I'm very introverted. So I'll just share that as well. A lot of my friends are, from, not just from the internet, but we exist on the internet together. They're people that I've known in real life that I only talk to online or through text because of mostly geographic. But even if we were close, we probably wouldn't see each other that often because I just am a pretty solitary person. I like to be with my family and that's about it. So I'm not knocking any kinds of lifestyle where you have mostly people online because I am about that life for real. And so, I think that it's okay. That's totally okay. And I think a lot of people exist that way these days, especially if you're younger, for sure. Okay, I want to look at this. This one really is drawing, I'm so drawn to it. It looks like a bullseye, right? And then we have just I'm getting this image of like a little, what is Tinkerbell? Like a little fairy, a little sprite, just kind of going up there and touching it. And I really think that aside from all this other stuff going on, this like just, supreme confidence that's coming through with you, there's so much magic. I feel like you are really in your magical flow. I feel like you have such a developed sense of intuition. I think that you know people so well, and you pick up on people's energies deeply. I feel like you could be a healer, you could be like a counselor, you a mediator for people, and also just like, I think that when you are aligned with the right people, they experience you as being a very, very like magical, mystical, mysterious kind of intelligent person in their life. And they really are drawn to you in such a way that's like you have the keys to a lot of secret knowledge. And I think that that's probably really true. And why that really seems to be true for me as well, looking at this, is that there's this little tiny snake, okay, or serpent, and in this context, I think that this is so much to do with that knowledge, that cosmic knowledge, that divine knowledge, the secret knowledge, the knowledge within the mysteries. And I think as you develop further in your life and you go through more and more ordeals, you have more experiences, and you just are picking up on these beautiful messages and gifts from the universe, from spirit. I think that you could definitely go into some kind of, I just see you doing something kind of like along the lines of like healing, like maybe like clearing blockages for people, maybe like Reiki, or even like music. I had a neighbor once that she played music at hospices, and I always thought that was such a beautiful kind of like somebody who helps people through their rites of passages. They help usher them in through, the physical, corporeal side into the other unknown, right? And what a beautiful, beautiful thing. And now I'm not saying that takes a certain kind of strong soul, and I'm not saying that exactly, but I do think that you are somebody who can easily take care of people. You have that very nurturing, loving, you're just very open-minded and non-judgmental, and that, just a supreme healer, caretaker, guide, definitely like a guide. And so I'm looking at this and I feel like the magic is just flowing. It's like just hits right into that bullseye. It's just alive. It's it's like almost kind of, what would be the word? It's almost like an uncanny feeling, like atmosphere, but like so beautiful and welcoming. But I think that on the flip side of that, and I think this is where sometimes you run into some troubles with people or connecting with people, is that there are a lot of people who are just not perceptive to these kind of higher frequencies. And, they just don't like experience that part of people or their environments even. And, you think of people like that just can go and destroy a beautiful place with like, I don't know, development or something, or, just, they have no time to look at art or to take in the awe of something, right? It just totally is lost on them. And I think that, especially these people that you are feeling that you just kind of have to step away from, these are the kinds of people that do not see that divinity in you necessarily. Okay, they just don't have eyes to see, but it is there. And the people who do see it will come. Okay, I really do believe that. And I think that probably you already have people in your life who do show up for you and who are aware of how beautiful, special, unique, glorious, and, wonderful you are. And those are the people to stick with. Okay. Now, I want to look at, we have this, and it looks like it, up here it looks like a Y. Okay. And I was trying to think, I think that maybe it could be a Y person. Maybe you know somebody with a Y name. And I think that this is going to be a positive person that you have positive experiences with. And I feel like they definitely hold you in high regard. Okay. And I'm seeing all of these angels. This one looks like an angel. This one does. I feel like you were so protected in what you're doing. And I also see this is the one that was upside down, the person digging. On this side, it almost kind of looks like they're holding up a stop sign. And to me, what that is that when you, because you're really in this place of just having this total breakthrough and clarity, and you just have this like confidence, you're just gonna go and get this stuff done. You have a lot of resolve. Well, when you start to have little moments of wavering where you think, maybe I should call, maybe I'm just overreacting, maybe they didn't even realize I was sick or whatever, or had been in an accident or whatever it is. Okay. Here's the stop sign. Stop. Do not backslide. Stay the course. Okay. And, when these people come to you and they can treat you right, then you can decide if you're going to let them in or not. But I think give yourself a little bit of time. And if they're meant to be in your life, they're going to show up for you, and they're going to notice that you haven't been, coming around and making yourself available like you used to. And, we'll see what happens with that. And hopefully, and this is my big hope, is that you're going to find some real peace. You're going to, stop giving your power and energy to other people. It's going to be a very restorative, situation for you. This is going to be a restorative time. And I think you're just going to be able to put more effort into the things that make you feel, content, that fill your soul, that, I think above all, just make you feel like a worthwhile being, which you are. You totally are. So, I'm never gonna tell you don't ever talk to this person again. I'm not your parent, obviously. And even if I was your parent, I couldn't tell you can't talk to somebody. But, I do think that, and I'm not telling you to play a game either, where it's like, let's wait and see how long it takes for them to get a hold of me and, whatever. But I am telling you that, people will show you who they are, period. Okay. We can make up a lot of, we can really make up a lot of, just give people excuses. We can, allot them a lot of grace, and that's wonderful to some degree, but people will show you who they are, and they will continue to show you who they are. Okay. So believe them. And when they don't do you right, believe them. Okay. And let's see. I want to look at this. Okay. We have it looks like things are really, they're starting to get squared away. I feel like you have a beautiful foundation for your life. Okay. I don't think that, I don't feel like there's a lot of struggling happening right now. I feel like you have a good foundation. I know that you work hard. Okay. I know that sometimes you run yourself ragged, if not all the time. Okay. And you take care of your business. You do the things you need to do. I just really want you to try and prioritize, and I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it, some self-care, right? And doing some special things for yourself, doing some things that you want to do. And it might be that you've been taking care of other people for so long. You've been working hard for so long. You've been, grinding it out, keeping your household together for so long that you don't even remember what you would, what you like or what you would do for yourself. But I'm going to give you a little bit of homework here, and I want you to find something that is just for you, even if it's little, like going for a walk, taking a nap, finding a special treat, getting a fancy coffee, or going away for the weekend by yourself, whatever it is. It could be anything, big things, little things, whatever. I just really want you to sit down and think about it. Even maybe make like a list if you can. Okay, some of your dream things that you would like to do. They don't have to be realistic, but put a couple of littler, smaller, realistic things that you could do, you could manage. And, try to check one of those off in the next 2 weeks. Okay, try to do one of those things. And tell me what that is if you want to share. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what your special thing is. And Sagittarius, I think that's our reading tonight. And I want to thank you so much. I'm going to give you a little applauding for you. I'm so proud of you for standing up for yourself. And I just, I'm sending you lots of love. And yeah, we're almost at 5,000. So I'm going to be trying to do 2 readings a day, every day. Yes, 2, let me get it out here. 2 readings a day. So that should put us on a schedule of every sign being read once a week. Okay. So if you have not subscribed, please think about doing so. Please leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what your special treat or wish is. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, that helps me get into the algorithm, and that's a good thing. So thank you, Sagittarius. We will be talking again very soon.